Today on Fresno State Focus, how the families of 43 missing students from Mexico visited Fresno State to spread awareness.
Also, Roger Rockets is putting on their own spin on a classical musical.
Plus, get an update on how the Bulldog baseball team is doing so far this season. Fresno State Focus starts now. Hello, and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Marisol Ramblas.
And I'm Jonathan Roque. It has been 7 months since 43 students from a teacher's college in Ayotzinapa, Mexico disappeared. The news made international headlines, and now family members are hoping to find answers as part of the Caravana 43, a city-to-city tour that stopped at Fresno State. They were taken alive. We want them returned alive. Those are the chants of Caravana 43 at the Fresno State Peace Garden. It's a city-to-city tour where survivors and parents of 43 missing college students are speaking out. They want the U.S. government to pressure the Mexican government to reopen the case.
Cesar Manuel González Hernández.
Miguel Ángel Hernández Martínez.
They started with a roll call of all 43 missing students, then a public forum on censorship, the poor investigation, and what really happened on September 26, 2014. Yosimar de la Cruz Ayala's brother is one of the missing. He says Mexico is tired but will not remain silent.
There has always been confrontation against towns and people, but there has never been a fight for justice. There is always silence, but Mexico is tired of all the injustice, and at Ayotzinapa was the tipping point.
At first, the media reported the students were protesting a corrupt mayor and his wife in Iguala, but family members say the students were actually on their way to fundraise for the memorial of the 1968 massacre in Mexico City, not knowing they would have a similar fate. The mayor ordered police to confront the students because he believed they would disrupt a political event taking place for his wife. Police killed 6 people, injured 25, and arrested 43. Police handed off the students to the Guerreros Unidos cartel, which had connections to the mayor's wife. Angel Neri de la Cruz Ayala says he survived by pure luck and he's afraid to return to Mexico.
The police car covered the road, so I got off with the group to move the car. We were about to move to the car when the police began to shoot at us directly. My classmate Aldo Gutierrez was behind me and he got shot in the head. I was so close it could have been me, but it's pure luck. Most likely they will kill us or disappear us.
The case was officially closed in Mexico, but the parents say there is no evidence of their death, which is why they are demanding they be returned alive. Media director Lisbeth de la Cruz says the importance of this event is to have open conversations.
I would think a lot of people would know about it, but in reality, people don't really know or don't really care to know. So for me, just bringing it here to like Fresno, it just kind of opens up the conversation for more people to actually know what happened.
Caravana 43 will be stopping at other cities, including Sacramento, Portland, Seattle, and New York, continuing to spread their message. To learn more about the Caravana 43 tour and how you can help, visit caravana43.com.
Thousands of undocumented immigrants are seeking jobs and educational opportunities in the U.S. through DACA, better known as Deferred Action. Joining us today is Daniel Orozco, Legal Assistant at Centro de Servicio Hispano in Visalia. Thank you for being with us, Daniel. So can you explain for those that do not know about what DACA is?
Okay. DACA, which stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, authorizes a non-U.S. citizen to remain in the U.S. temporarily, to which they may also apply for an employment authorization document, a work permit, for the period during which he or she has a deferred action.
And who's eligible for this program?
In order to be eligible for the DACA, you would have to be in the United States on your 16th birthday, have continuously lived in the U.S. January 1st, 2010, and have been present in the U.S. June 15, 2012. Other requirements should be graduated or obtain a certificate of completion through the high school diploma or a GED, and if not, while applying, be enrolled in school.
Okay, so I have heard about this other program that is similar to DACA. It's called DAPA, which is important too. Can you tell us what that is?
DAPA is very similar to DACA, in which means Deferred Action for Parenthood Arrivals for Americans and lawful permanent residents. In this case, in order to be eligible, you would have to be a parent of a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident. Also, continuously lived in the U.S. since January 1st, 2010.
And how can a person apply to this program?
Through any offices or any immigration consultants that they can go through in legal typing and pretty much legal assistance like our office.
So is there any other information?
Pretty much, yeah. Other than that, grab the record, fill paperwork from 2010 and so on. Keep going forward.
We have been talking with Daniel Orozco. If you have any more questions related to DACA, call Centro de Servicio Hispano at 559-734-5939.
There are many low-income families in Fresno County who struggle with their housing situation. Keenan Sanders has more on how one organization is helping these people find a stable home that they could call their own.
For Chu Zhang and his wife Daisy, seeing their very own house almost finished gives plenty of reasons to be excited.
The house came along pretty good. I like it. Everybody's happy. Yeah.
The Zhang house is a part of Fresno Habitat for Humanity's Hope Village. Here, the houses will go to low-income families who are in need of a home and are willing to help build it from the ground up. Before receiving their home in Hope Village, the Zhang family was having to stay with a relative, with the entire family sleeping in the living room. To them, this house is more than just a place to live. It's a dream coming true. The Fresno Habitat for Humanity has helped over 100 families find a place to call home since 1988. The houses are built with help from volunteer construction workers, with some supplies coming from donated equipment at the Restore in Clovis. Family Services Coordinator Joan Cook says that all of the volunteer work is helping these families reshape their lives.
It's the American dream. And they're very grateful. They don't take anything for granted.
And that includes Zhang's wife, Daisy Vang. She described the new house as a 10 out of 10 compared to their former living conditions and looks forward to raising their young daughter in their new home.
And she's happy. I could see that she loves the house, and I believe that she'll be happy here.
Thanks to the Habitat for Humanity, many other families will feel that happiness as well. Keenan Sanders, Fresno State Focus.
The Habitat for Humanity Restore is accepting volunteers and donations. If you're willing to volunteer, contact the organization at 559-237-4102 or email Joan Cook at joan@habitatfresno.org.
Springtime is upon us, and that means graduation is right around the corner. Many students will begin their journey out on their new career paths. Braden Williamson tells us about an event on campus that could help many make this journey a little bit easier.
The 104th commencement at Fresno State is just over a month away. Many graduates will be off and on their own before they know it. Fresno State Career Services is hosting an event to help seniors transition. The Life After College mini-conference will be held April 14th and 15th. Nora Marmolejo is the event's organizer and says anyone and everyone is invited to attend.
Anyone on campus that might find a workshop that fits their interest or their needs, whether it's a student, faculty member, even staff, they're invited to attend the event as well.
The event will be held in room 2206 in the Henry Madden Library. Workshops will be run from 9 a.m. to noon on Tuesday the 14th and from 1 to 4 p.m. on Wednesday the 15th. Outreach Coordinator Rodrigo Gomez says the event will benefit students who are looking into graduate school.
There's a lot of different opportunities that students can take advantage of, not only in terms of university scholarships, but just in general from our division. We have a variety of different scholarship opportunities that students can take advantage of.
The Life After College mini-conference will have workshops to discuss a variety of topics, from tackling debt and handling your money, to graduate school, to owning your first car. The conference will include several topics, all centered around helping students move forward after school. Outreach specialist Imelda Dudley doesn't want any students to miss out on this opportunity.
I would tell them to definitely go, because there's going to be a lot of new information that we're going to be giving out that they might not know about unless they attend.
Braden Williamson, Fresno State Focus.
Iggy's Great Escape Tour was set to kick off at the St. Mark Center in Fresno this week, but the sold-out concert has been postponed. Coming up on Entertainment News, we'll find out why.
Plus, how children's football camp is teaching kids a lot more than football. All that when we come back.
Fresno State, and I'm going to show you why. Here's the beautiful and newly constructed Henry Madden Library, which has a massive collection. The Save Mart Center, which is our sports venue and one of the best attended in the entire country. We're absolute pioneers in the agricultural sciences, having led to the production of the first university winery and drawing in a diversity of students to achieve academic success over the past 100 years. And you know, I wish I had time to tell you about everything else, but in reality, I think you're just going to have to come see for yourself.
Dinner, drinks, entertainment, what could be better than that? Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater features first-class dining and right now is showing Roger and Hammerstein's South Pacific. The musical takes place on an island in the South Pacific where a nurse from Arkansas falls in love with a French plantation owner. Fresno State student and actress Jana Price plays a nurse in South Pacific. She says her role in the play has influenced her in many ways.
Well, currently I'm a music education major, so it kind of correlates with music, but I'm deciding I'm going to switch my major to theater arts because this is what I really love to do. So I think it definitely helps with my major being in theater and doing theater.
South Pacific is showing every Thursday through Sunday until May 17th. You can get tickets at the box office, online, or by phone. Chris Tomlin's Love Ran Red tour hit the road and is making a stop to touch the hearts of people right here in Fresno. Hundreds of people will gather at the Save Mart Center to worship with Tomlin and special guest 10th Avenue North and Ren Collective. His tour will feature songs off his new Love Ran Red CD. The tour travels all around America and hits home in just 2 weeks. The concert starts at 7 p.m. on Thursday, April 16th, so there's still time to grab friends, pick up tickets, and enjoy the show. Do you collect $200 every time you pass go? Do you always find out who in Clue? If you love playing board games, Teaser World Market on Tuesdays is the place to be. Every Tuesday night, Teaser's World Tea Market in downtown Fresno holds a tabletop gaming event. People can come each week and play various games for free. This Saturday is International Tabletop Day, and Fresno board gamers will be at Fresno City College from 10 to 6. Don't forget your cards, pawns, and markers. Each Tuesday night, board games starts at 6 p.m. For more information, check out Fresno Board Gamers' Facebook page. Iggy Azalea was set to get fancy at the Save Mart Center for her Great Escape tour this week, but the concert was pushed back to September because of production setbacks. Azalea tweeted after they announced the concert would be postponed, quote, "It would be way more amazing." Monica Lemus, an Iggy fan, says she is excited but does not know if she'll be back for her show in September.
Things are going to change. By then I'm going to be moving back home. And I'm be getting married, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go.
Because of the setback, Nick Jonas will no longer be opening for Azalea. The highly anticipated concert will be at the Save Mart Center on September 20th. You can buy your tickets at the Save Mart Center box office online. Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter Peter Arnett will be the keynote speaker at this year's Tatarian Symposium at Fresno State next Wednesday. Arnett won the Pulitzer for his coverage of the Vietnam War while working for the Associated Press. He later covered the first Gulf War for CNN. He was fired over a controversial interview he gave to Iraq television criticizing U.S. military action in the Middle East. Arnett will be speaking in the Satellite Student Union next Wednesday at 10. And that's entertainment news. Back to you, Jonathan.
Thank you. Literature censorship occurs around the world. The Arnie Nixon Center for the Study of Children's Literature at Fresno State is hosting a conference to educate people on censored literature. Jennifer Crow is a curator for the Arnie Nixon Center, and she's here to tell us more about the all-out Outlawed Censorship Conference. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, thank you for asking me. Yes, we're having a conference on censorship. It's going to be April 10th through 12th. The name is Outlawed, the Naked Truth About Censored Literature for Young People. And we have 7 really amazing, top-notch authors who are they know about censorship. A lot of their things have been censored, as well as 35 panelists from around the nation and also abroad who are going to really look and examine the issue of censorship in children's literature.
Oh, wow. So what are some examples of the authors and their books?
We have Jacqueline Woodson. She just won the National Book Award for Brown Girl Dreaming. It also won a Newbery Honor Award, as well as the Coretta Scott King Award. Now, that book hasn't been banned or challenged that I know of, but many of her others have. We have Leslie Newman, who wrote Heather Has Two Mommies, and that was really something that set off a firestorm of controversy in the 90s. We have Matt de la Pena, whose book Mexican White Boy was pulled out of the classrooms in Tucson, Arizona in 2012 when they terminated the Mexican American Studies programs in that city. So they're going to come and they're going to talk, as well as other people, about their experiences with censorship.
Oh, wow. So a lot of people don't know that, obviously books can be banned even here in America. So why would it have to do anything with the themes of the books?
Themes are often it, anything that has to do with sexuality. A lot of times it's language, violence, if people find that too violent for children. So it's kind of about how people view childhood and what's appropriate for children. Now, it's one thing, for somebody to decide as a parent, this isn't appropriate for my child, and that's, something that's legitimate, we understand. But when they decide this isn't, appropriate for anybody's children, that's when I think we work into, something different, so.
Oh, wow. So what are some examples of the books? Are there any books that are being banned here in California?
Right now, I don't know exactly. I know that, the Hunger Games was something that was banned a lot because of the violence. Like I said, Heather Has Two Mommies, a lot of LGBTQ books. Those things are the kinds of things that get banned. So it depends on, there's a number of reasons. I mean, even Captain Underpants gets banned.
Wow. So can you tell us about Sherman Alexie?
Sherman Alexie is a Coeur d'Alene Spokane Indian, and he has written one of the most banned books called The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. And he is going to come and talk to us tomorrow night at 7:30 in the Satellite Student Union. And he's going to talk about his experiences with censorship.
Wow, well, thank you so much for stopping by. We've been talking to Jennifer Crow of the Arnie Nixon Center. The Outlawed Censorship Conference will begin this Friday through Sunday. Coming up in sports, see if the baseball team was able to bounce back after losing 6 of their last 7 games. Stay tuned for sports with James Barnes.
So you decided to go to Fresno State. Good for you. But you were too insecure to show Fresno State pride? That's a problem. Because you never bothered to show pride in your school, you are shunned by other students. Professors can smell the stench of impending failure on you and take no pity. Even the mass communication students agree you have no future. But all of this could have been avoided if you simply showed your pride for Fresno State.
I am Fresno State.
Fresno State pride. Show it or face the consequences.
I am and always will be.
I was laughing at you.
With the 2015 Gold Cup approaching soon, several teams preparing are starting their preparation matches towards the competition. One of those teams is Mexico's men's national soccer team. We played a preparation match against Ecuador in Pre-1. Reporter Marisol Ramos attended the game for us and has more on the story.
With goals from Javier Hernández El Chicharito and Eduardo Herrera, Mexico took 2 out of 2 wins in their FIFA International Friendly Games. This is how the Mexican team starts the road to the 2015 Gold Cup that will be held this summer in U.S. soil. Mexico took both wins on their respective matches against Ecuador and Paraguay. Gabriel Ortigosa believes that these international friendly games are a good chance for players to shine.
I think they're playing good. Just need to find a solid team because they're just mixing up players.
Mexico played Ecuador with most of their European players on the field. In the game against Paraguay, Mexico played with their second team, giving a chance to new talent to shine. El Chicharito is showing that he is becoming one of Mexico's biggest players, despite the fact that with Real Madrid he's not getting enough game minutes.
I like him. I just wish that he would play a little bit more, because he doesn't really play much.
Fresno State student Jerry Gomez watched the games, and he says that these games give confidence to the whole team in the upcoming Gold Cup.
I was able to use some of his new players to get him prepared for the Gold Cup. He hopes to have the best teams to compete against the top teams in those tournaments.
These preparational matches are essential for the Mexican team. The winner of this year's Gold Cup will play in a playoff match against the 2013 winner for a place in the 2017 Confederations Cup. Marisol Ramblas, Fresno State Focus.
With football season approaching, kids from Olive Valley got a taste of spring training and attend the 10th event of the Ryan Hudgens Youth Football Camp. I was able to check out and see how these kids got better with their training and their skills.
Yeah.
There was a lot of excitement as boys and girls lined up to check in for the football camp.
If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice.
Right away, Ryan Hudgens and staff of volunteer coaches got things moving. Before the kids took the field, guest speaker Lorenzo Neal coached them on sportsmanship.
So I'm challenging you as mothers and as fathers, help them help themselves. That's what it's about. It's about us all coming together as moms, dads, kids, parents, and holding each other accountable. That's what it's about.
7-year-old Julius Burhouse traveled 50 miles from Kalinga to attend the camp in Hanford for the first time. He learned something that will help him with his positioning while on the field.
I learned how to block by being linebacker, and how not to scoot up, but not too much. That way, they don't knock you over.
At each station, the participants had a different coach coaching them the basic principles and fundamentals, such as how to throw, catch, recover and fumble, and use proper techniques. Future teammates and friendships were made on this field today right behind me. These participants have something more to love about the game of football, something to be able to cherish and hold on to for the rest of their lives. Proud father Juan Burhouse watched his son Julius enjoy the experience. Burhouse says seeing his son have fun is a good thing, but the camp teaches the players more than just technique.
Outside the football field, I think it teaches them how to be more responsible, and like I said, have fun at the same time, but responsible and leadership.
At the camp's conclusion, the kids were given time to play pickup football games within their age group, and a camp photo that they'll cherish for the years to come. It's been a swing and miss for the Bulldogs lately, and in 2 series last week with a 1-6 record. Coming off 5 straight losses, the Dogs plan to redeem themselves against Nevada this weekend here in Fresno starting April 10th. Looking forward to talking to a few wins. The Wolfpack shows the fans they're not ready to give up.
This is the weekend of the year. I mean, Nevada is our rival. We're their rivals. There's a lot of good and bad blood between the two teams, so I'm super excited for a fun weekend.
The game this week will determine whether the Dogs will be able to catch up to the Wolfpack in conference play this season. The Wolfpack are number 1, the Bulldogs are number 3. It should be a fun rivalry series to attend, and you don't want to miss out on the fun. I'm here today with Fresno State tennis player Ash Adwell. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. But with being a senior this year, doing tennis, how does it feel?
Feels great. I cannot believe that it's my senior season. 4 years went by really quickly, so I'm really excited to finish.
So the last loss you guys had was in late February, 15-3 overall record, 9 straight wins. What's been the key for you guys winning?
Just staying focused is the main key. Yesterday we actually had a team meeting where we talked about goals, and our number 1 goal was to not lose any match from here on now. We're on a good winning streak, and that's what we want to continue going into conference.
And so what's the focus going into UC Irvine this Friday?
This Friday, actually, I just came here from practice.
Oh, okay.
And it was a good practice. Everyone is stepping up, changing gears, and really just doing what they do best is being focused.
And being one of the 3 seniors, winning your last match at home, 6-2, 6-3, how does it feel to go out leaving home with the win?
I was very nervous. I was super nervous, and then the whole event happened where they recognized us as seniors, and it was really emotional. So getting back in the being focused area and just stepping into the court, I was like nervous, But it played out well. Everybody supported. Everybody stepped up, so it was good.
That's good. Now, battling with injuries, having an ankle injury, wrist injury, and then two of the seniors, on the squad dealing with injuries as well. What has been the key to you guys staying healthy throughout the whole year?
For me, it was a little difficult at the beginning of the season because I had a wrist injury, and then I came back to the courts after a lot of rehab, and then I got an ankle injury, so it was tough, but all my teams really supported me. Everyone was very encouraging, telling me not to give up at any point of time, and just being there when I did a lot of rehab. So I'm really proud of everyone, even both the seniors, because they were battling injuries too. But now everyone has just stepped up, and we're fit and ready to go for conference.
All right, we're here at Fresno State Focus. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
And now I'll toss it back over to Jonathan.
Thank you. Making a living working with honeybees can be a sticky situation. Veronica Figueroa introduces us to a Fresno man who says he enjoys the pain of working with them.
Nyberg, also known as Bee Bob by his customers, has been in the honeybee business for 46 years. He started the business as a part-time job between his trips to Vietnam. Nyberg decided to pursue the career in honey since he grew up in the rainforest and he loves being out in nature. Being in the honeybee business has its downsides because dealing with bee stings is not pleasant, but this does not scare Nyberg away.
Well, you learn how to avoid stings. Some people come to me for bee stings, like for arthritis or something.
Nyberg has his business at the Vineyard Farmers Market, where he is well known. Executive Director of the Vineyard, Felix Muskis, said she thinks people who buy from the market get a lot more out of their products than when they buy at stores.
To be able to support local growers, and when you spend money with local growers, most of your money stays in the community. So 80% of what you're spending is going to stay in the local community and help local sources.
The farmers market is well known to locals who enjoy coming with their families to shop. The Vineyard setup encourages people to shop when the hot summer days come because it is located inside a structure that provides shade to customers.
The Vineyard's Farmers Market has been around for the past 35 years and is located behind Eyeglass World on Blackstone and Shaw.
Though Nyberg has been at the Vineyard for a while, some of the vendors are new to it. Hans McMurr and his partner are fairly new to the Vineyard.
We have the handcraft bars as our signatures. We import the beans from all over the world, and we handcraft it here in Fresno.
McMurr and his partner, like Nyberg, are passionate for what they do. Nyberg said he sees himself doing this for the rest of his life. He believes he will die in the bee yard because this job is just too beautiful for him to stop. Veronica Figueroa, Fresno State Focus.
So those are the same bees that sting you, right?
Yes.
I believe.
Those definitely are. So do you guys put honey in any of your guys' teas or food or anything?
I put it on tea.
Honey with my biscuits.
Ooh, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
But I know it's healthier for you than just using regular sugar. So it's.
Yeah, I definitely put it in my tea also. It's good when you're sick.
Yeah. It is good when you're sick.
You're right about that.
Green tea with honey. Ooh, that's really good.
I don't know. I mean, people say it's also good for allergies. So if you have allergies, might as well. Try eating a little bit of honey.
I know there's different flavors too, so if you don't like the basic honey, I know there's pomegranate and cherry.
Really?
They can infuse different flavors into it. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I do know that one time I was going on this road trip, and there was this, my window was down, and there was this bee farm, I guess you want to call it, and a bee flew in, and I was like, ah! So it was kind of scary.
Have you guys been stung by a bee before?
Yes, on my toe.
What does it feel like?
It's the worst.
It hurts, especially if you're allergic to them.
One time, I've never gotten stung by a bee, but one time I got stung twice, and it hurts. Next week on Fresno State Focus, we'll show you how Fresno State is fighting to preserve American Indian studies with a Native American celebration.
Plus, if you have never heard of Crazy Squirrel Games, we'll show you what is the perfect destination for gamers.
And we're introducing some award-winning athletes. The equestrian team prepares for a national conference tournament.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.